This is a deep dive podcast covering articles published on Ecogate's blog, brought to you by Ecogate, the leader in on-demand dust collection.
Dust collection, it runs all day, burning what's blowing cash away. Dust collection, forgot to close the gate. It was the airflow low and the cost so great, no more. Turn your airflow into cash flow. Save you thousands, literally thousands. With Ecogate, you watch your savings grow, yeah.
All right. Let's talk dust collection.
Dust collection, yeah.
Specifically, how to make our workshops cleaner,
Yes.
more
it
efficient,
is.
and all that good stuff.
Right.
I think we all know that feeling, right?
Right.
When you're in the shop,
Uh-huh.
sawdust is flying everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And your dust collector, it's roaring.
It's working hard.
But you ever get the feeling it's not really working smart?
It's working hard, but not smart. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
A lot of the traditional systems, they just run constantly.
Yeah.
Full blast all the time, waste a lot of energy.
Yeah. And maybe not even getting the suction where you really need it.
Exactly. You need it most.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where I think Ecogate comes in.
Ecogate. Yep.
And their on-demand control system.
That's right.
This is like the brains behind your dust collection.
It really is.
Instead of just brute forcing it,
Yeah.
it's got a whole bunch of components.
Uh-huh.
So it uses automatic blast gates, and you can think of those kind of like doors in your ductwork,
Right.
right?
Yeah, controlling that airflow.
It's got sensors.
Uh-huh.
It's got a variable frequency drive
Right.
or a VFD.
Which helps control the motor speed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then a central controller.
It ties it all together.
So it's basically it's sensing when you're using a machine.
Right.
And then it tells that blast gate to open.
So the suction goes right where you need it
Yeah.
instead of just, sucking air from everywhere.
It's so smart.
It is. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, I'm guessing not every shop needs that full system, right?
You're right.
Okay.
If you've got a small setup,
Yeah.
the full system, it might be a little bit much.
Overkill.
Right. So that's where the standalone gates come in.
Oh.
These are basically individual blast gates.
Okay.
They have their own sensors built in,
Gotcha.
and you don't need that central controller
Okay.
or the VFD.
So you can still get that targeted suction
Precisely.
without the whole, shebang?
Without all the bells and whistles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's if you just want to dip your toes in.
It's an easy entry point.
Yeah.
Get a feel for how this automated dust collection can work.
Let's say I've got, my main tools are my lathe
Mm-hmm.
and my sander.
Okay.
I could just get standalone gates for those.
Exactly.
And then they would just open automatically when I turn the tool on.
That's right.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. It's a really sleek system.
So I'm already starting to think about this, right?
Yeah.
How would this work in my shop?
Yeah.
So help me out here. When does the standalone, when does that really
Yeah.
shine?
Okay.
Versus when should I be thinking, okay, full system?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So standalone gates, they're fantastic. If
Yeah.
you've got a larger system,
Right.
you don't want to control every single machine.
Got it.
Just a few key ones.
Yeah.
The other thing is it's very cost effective.
Right.
It's a great way to get started.
To kind of ease into it.
Yeah. And here's a bonus.
Okay.
You can actually upgrade to the full system later on.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you don't have to commit right away.
No. And you don't even have to replace the whole gate.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You just swap out the motor on the standalone gate.
Seriously?
And it integrates seamlessly.
Wow.
They really designed it with future upgrades in mind.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart system.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second.
All right, let's hear it.
What if I decided I'm just going to go rogue?
Okay.
Put a standalone gate on every single machine in my shop,
Uh-huh.
but no central controller.
Okay.
Is that bad?
That's where you could run into some problems.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You see, without that central brain
Yeah,
coordinating the airflow,
right.
you can get what's called duct settling.
Duck settling.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
It can be. Think of your ductwork like a network of roads.
Yeah.
With a full system, the controller's like a traffic management system.
Yeah.
It keeps everything flowing smoothly.
Right.
But when you've got multiple standalone gates and there's no controller, it's like having all these cars trying to get onto the highway at the same time.
Okay.
You get traffic jams, airflow gets uneven,
Oh, no.
and you can actually create negative pressure in those unused ducts.
So that's what causes them to settle.
Yes, the walls of the duct can literally be sucked inwards.
That sounds terrible.
Not good. It can damage your ductwork.
All right, so full system, good. Multiple standalone gates, without the controller.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Okay.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what makes Ecogate standalone gates different.
All right.
They got a whole list of advantages on their website.
They do, yeah.
Sounds pretty impressive.
So first off, they're electrically operated.
Oh, that's nice.
So you don't need big, bulky air compressors or messy airlines.
That's good.
And they're built really tough.
Okay.
They use industrial-grade galvanized steel.
Wow.
You can even get them with zinc or stainless steel plating for outdoor use.
So these things are built to last.
They're built like tanks.
What about the motors?
Ah, the motors. Those are pretty important.
Yeah.
The motor design is one of their big selling points.
Okay.
They're incredibly reliable, and if you do need to replace one, it's a pretty easy process.
Easy peasy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And they've got all sorts of gate styles, right? Like guillotine, butterfly.
Yeah, you've got options. Guillotine style, butterfly style. They've pretty much got you covered no matter what you need.
Okay. And it all uses patented technology.
That's right.
So what does that even mean?
Right, good question. So it's all about optimizing airflow.
Okay.
Making sure those gates open and close reliably every time.
Ah.
It's not just a simple door. There's a lot of sophisticated engineering that goes into it.
Yeah.
And that's what gives them an edge over the competition.
So that's not just a gimmick.
No, it's real deal.
It's real science.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So to sum it all up, standalone gates, great way to boost efficiency, right?
Absolutely.
Without spending a ton of money.
Yeah, especially if you're in a smaller shop
Yeah.
or just starting out.
Okay, so here's a thought for everyone listening. When you go back to your workshop, think about how much time you spend at each machine.
Yeah.
Could strategically placed standalone gates make a difference?
It's a good question to ask yourself. You might be surprised.
Yeah. For your airflow and for your budget.
Absolutely. It's a win-win.
And hey, if you're still not sure, reach out to Ecogate.
Yeah, they're the experts.
They're the experts. They can help you figure out the best solution.
Exactly. They'll point you in the right direction.
Awesome. Well, thanks for breaking it all down for us.
Happy to do it.
This has been really helpful.
Glad to hear it.
I think I'm going to go take a look at my workshop now.
Yeah, see where you can make some improvements.
See what I can do. All right. Thanks again.
You bet.